Angry Birds Isle of Pigs on the Oculus Quest is basically exactly what you would expect it to be. It's classic Angry Birds gameplay, but in a 3D space, and the gameplay crosses over incredibly well. Just like the mobile games, you use a slingshot, but here it is held in one hand with the touch controller. It doesn't quite feel like you're holding the virtual slingshot though, due to its angle when compared with the touch controller's angle in real life. But this offset doesn't get in the way of your actual aiming. Each of the birds automatically jump into the slingshot, but you do have to manually pull them back and release them with the other touch controller. Launching the birds is incredibly fluid, and your aiming can be very precise, thanks to the aid of a dotted line that shows you whereabouts the released bird will fly through a level. The main aim is to kill every pig in each level. Only when this has been done can you move on to the next stage. To kill a pig, you either directly hit them with one of your birds, make them fall to their doom, or you can crush them. Setting up the perfect shot to cause destruction is not as fun as the 2D games. It's actually more fun, and is mainly thanks to the inclusion of being able to teleport to certain locations in a level. This adds so many new opportunities for you to get a good score, and demands that you really give each of the structures some good thought before making a move, especially when different types of blocks appear. Wood can be broken through easily, stone is quite a bit tougher, and ice can shatter from the smallest of impacts. All of their physics are spot on, and it's very enjoyable to see their reactions from a TNT block. There's even a couple of extra obstacles for you to overcome. Fans affect where blocks move to, and balloons can be popped to cause destruction on the structures below.
Video games are getting darker by the minute. Slinging birds from a slingshot? What is this world coming to?
I'm guessing the Angry Birds movie was like watching a horror film for you then.
Well, no. I actually rather enjoyed it.
To have a better chance of success against these different types of structures, there is 4 birds that each come with a different ability. To activate their ability, all you do is press a button, but because of the bird's flight speed, you will have to get good with timing your ability button presses. The first bird is red. He doesn't come with an ability and does average damage. Second is the yellow one, whose ability is to shoot forward with more speed. This allows him to break through more than one block. A black one is basically a bomb that can cause a lot of damage, and the final bird can split into 3. These 3 are not that strong though, and do the most damage when collided with the ice blocks. Having different types of birds in the same level does require you to plan your moves ahead, but unfortunately, the game is quite easy overall, and apart from only a couple of levels, I never really had much trouble with progressing, even when it came to the boss battles. At the end of each world, there is a boss to defeat. The bosses have health bars, which must be chipped away at by hitting them with blocks. I never found one that difficult at all, and they were over very quickly, so don't expect a thrilling or tough battle here. Getting 3 stars on every single one of the levels does offer a slight bit of challenge though. Each level classically has 3 stars for you to achieve. The higher your score, the more stars given. You will receive points for killing all the pigs in the least amount of turns, and also for how many objects you destroy. Some of the 3 stars require that you only use one of your birds in a level, so finding the sweet spot in the level structure is a must. It took me around an hour and a half to beat every level, but in that time I also got a 3-star rating in the first 2 worlds. Honestly, if you rush through the game and not bother with the stars, it will be over in no time at all.
One must not simply rush through things in life. Take it all in, and you will have a greater knowledge of the subject matter at hand. In this case, animal cruelty.
It's a video game, Mr. Oculus. There is 4 worlds to complete, and each comes with their own environment, and they are all lovely to look at. These include a sunny beach, towering canyons, a snowy mountain, and a lit up castle. All of the birds' designs are from the recent Angry Birds movie, so if you are a fan of the films, there is a little bit of fun to be had from viewing them in a virtual world. If you look down at the reds, they will notice you and wave, and when birds are fired, they leave a few feathers behind in the air. Even the enemies change visually, as if they get hit, but not hard enough to die, they will look battered and bruised. It's little details like these that really make the game even higher quality. As this is a game all about trial and error, you will be happy to know that there are hardly any loading times once you enter one of the game's worlds. Moving on to the next level, or even restarting the one you're already playing, is so quick, and you're not even taken out of the environment itself. Everything simply magically resets in front of your eyes, so you really are only a couple of seconds away from taking your next shot.
I'm just waiting for the press to get a hold of this game. I can see the headlines now. Young, careless man, slingshots poor, innocent Robin, into neighbour's window.
This is hardly a Rockstar game, Mr. Oculus. I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. The crossover from a 2D world to a 3D virtual space works so well for this series, and the fact that you are able to teleport to a few locations really adds extra depth to each stage that we haven't seen before. But unlike the previous 2D games, the difficulty when it comes to achieving 3 stars in each level is not found here, and it's a much easier game, which is a real shame considering the game's very short length. And at one point, I started becoming a little disappointed that I had killed all the pigs on my first try, as I knew I was rapidly getting closer to the end of the game, and I wouldn't have a reason to return to it later on.
You can always try turning off the aiming guide in the menu for some extra challenge.
That is true, and I do recommend you do this even on your first playthrough, but even with this off, the game is still pretty easy. Overall, Angry Birds VR is exactly what I wanted and expected it to be. It's very high quality, everything works so well, and it's all presented beautifully. It's absolutely my new favourite way to play Angry Birds. I just wish there was more levels to really allow my addiction of the series to return. Whilst it lasts though, it's a brilliant renewed experience that fans of the series shouldn't miss.
And if you're into abusing animals, playing this game is a more pleasant option for both parties involved.
For the last time, Mr. Oculus, it's a cartoon video game.
Mr. Oculus.